Okay,
Good,
recording now.
good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Wab. This is episode 3. Wow,
3.
toi.
Trace.
So today we're going to be talking about a couple different things. We're going to have special guests on. We're going to talk about some local stuff that's been happening with us. Yeah, it should be a fun episode.
I hope so.
So, again, thank you guys for the support on the last episode. Thank you for everyone who answered to our Instagram story. If you want to see more of us, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and hit the bell.
You forgot to say comment.
And leave a comment.
Either on
And
Instagram or YouTube, one of the two.
true. And no one answered the question. So, does anyone want to see this on Anchor? Because if not, we're just not going to post it there. High key.
Yeah,
We're probably not going to post it there anyway.
I didn't put the second episode there, so I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. So, the first thing that we're going to do this episode is talk about a random word. I have a random word generator right here, and the first word that comes up, we're going to try to make a conversation about, kind of like an improv thing. So, Jake, are you ready to see the word?
Travis stole this from Mr. Beast. Haha, got him.
Yeah, because most of Mr. Beast's videos, he literally opens up a dictionary, flips a random page, picks a random word, and makes a video about it. So, I mean, we're going to do it, you know?
Yep.
Okay, so our random word is fragment.
Fragment.
Dang,
That can get pretty deep if you think about it.
It can.
Like, a fragment of your life. Or like...
That's where my mind went. Like,
fragment of memory. Being lost.
A fragment of your life that you enjoyed?
I don't know. That's a pretty hard question, Travis.
It is a hard question.
None. Not applicable. None.
Fair enough.
A fragment of my life that I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that's a hard question because, like, you look back at stuff you did, and, like, you know, from a perspective of, you know, yourself right now, and you cringe at it. So it's like,
I mean, whenever me and Jake look back at our elementary school yearbook and see us making jokes in a talent show, we cringe.
Yeah. That was pretty funny though. Not gonna lie.
Our jokes weren't even funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of mine was like, what do you call, like, something with a deer? Like, I don't know. I just know that
no idea.
I know that was the punchline.
Yeah.
The punchline was like, I have no idea, but I completely forgot what the joke was.
Yeah. And then there was that one year we did it with the other Jake.
What other Jake?
Jake Dunn?
Oh.
Question mark?
Did we do? I thought it was just us all 3 years.
Nah, we definitely did it with him one time.
I honestly,
because that's when we wanted to do the intro.
Oh like yeah, you're right.
The DX intro.
Oh.
Minus all the bad stuff in the DX intro.
Dude, just imagine.
Miss Robbins didn't let us do it.
Just imagine just like 3 third graders saying the DX intro word for word.
Suck it.
It sounded like he dropped an F-bomb. But no, he said suck it, not F it.
Ooh, Travis said a bad word.
I didn't say a bad word.
Yes, you suggested that it was a bad word.
I'm just saying it sounded like a bad word. Jacob.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so.
Okay, I thought so.
That was a fragment of our life that we cringe at every time we think of.
Yeah. But an actual fragment we enjoyed. Can you go first?
Obviously, I could say like Drumline, like all that, but I want to pick something like kind of different. So a good fragment was honestly like not middle school. Middle school sucked. High key.
Yeah.
I hated almost every second of it. But me and my friends, we actually like wrote like books. Like there were short books, but like we wrote books like all throughout middle school, and they were kind of like copied off of Harry Potter, but like with our own characters, with our own stuff. But I mean, I really enjoyed writing that with them. So like that was a fragment of my life that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, I remember you guys writing the books. Um, I never read them, but yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't know who read them. There's no one.
I mean, I wrote something in middle school for autumn, and yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that. That was a fragment of my life that I enjoyed because that was the only time I actually wrote something I felt good about. But then, like obviously, when I go back to read it, I'm like, oh god, this is terrible. But okay, so in middle school, specifically in seventh grade, I dated someone. Ouch. And
Oof, 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 oof.
I decided, since we were both big on writing at the time, that I was going to document milestones and just like the entire relationship within writing. I guess in my perspective, and this is weird. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, I wrote, and it was like 14 pages long or something, and
Oh,
it just had all the big moments, I guess, and some small moments, but mostly just big moments. And yeah,
dude, honestly, writing is just like a good way to let out like your feelings. Like,
yeah,
like honestly, if you look at my notes, I have just so many just like things of just me like writing my feelings out. Cause like, okay, diaries, I don't have a diary, but if I had a book to write diary in, I would, just because of like how much like writing kind of just like helps me like think things through, you know?
yeah. And that could also be in the form of like writing a song.
Mm-hmm.
Like artists all the time put their feelings into songs. Like 21 Pilots, for example. Like you could say like that almost all of 21 Pilots songs are like connected to depression and anxiety and just feelings that Tyler Joseph feels and other people feel and can resonate with.
Mm-hmm. And I think
So
that's why
it's
so many people like 21
yeah,
Pilots because they can like relate to it, I guess,
yeah.
in a way.
And also it's fire, so like
It's straight fire.
yeah, dude. Um
I mean, yeah, writing
yeah,
really helps.
it does.
So that was actually a really good word.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I didn't expect. I mean, remember the first time we test ran that
What was like earthwax?
Earthwax?
Yeah, we were FaceTiming last night just thinking of ideas, and we decided to give it a test run. And earthwax was what showed up. And we had no idea what earthwax was, and we
It was
still
funny
don't.
though.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious. But I think it was something like a mineral that's in the earth, but just like we were not expecting earthwax.
It's Earthwax. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jake, did you hear
Yes.
about the bear that has been in our development recently?
I've heard a lot about the bear.
Yeah. So, in our area, there has been a bear kind of just wandering around. Like,
He
it's,
kind of just vibing, like
he was straight vibing. Like, he didn't hurt
walking
anyone.
around.
Like,
Yeah.
he was just walking around. like going through people's garbage, was just like that's just that doesn't happen
And like
near us.
peop people would see like they wake up and the bear's just in their backyard, just
Hmm.
chilling, and they post on Facebook like the bear's in my backyard, and people would be like, "Oh, yeah," or they wouldn't believe them, and they'd be saying like, "Stop spreading false rumors."
Hmm.
And then on top of it, there were people like gun owners that decided they wanted to hunt the bear,
Yeah,
so
like
they were like going out in the streets looking for this bear with their shotguns, like. It got really serious and it didn't need to,
yeah,
but it
like
did.
I like the bear was on the other side of like our development, Jake,
Yeah.
but like that was close to us, but like that bear hasn't hurt anyone. That's why like police haven't come to like shoot it. Like that's why animal control hasn't come. Like they're just letting it vibe, trying to like let it find its way back home.
Yeah. It's hasn't really done much except for rip up people's trash cans.
Yeah,
But yeah.
like not gonna lie, if I woke up, looked out my window, and saw a bear in my backyard, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, I mean it's kinda scary. It's a black bear, dude. It's like
Hmm.
they're big.
Cause like I have two dogs. If my dogs were in the backyard and then that bear just hops the fence, rip.
They're not making it.
Because dude, my dogs are just idiots. They would like go to attack the bear. That's how dumb they are.
This is why I don't have pets.
But
It's also just because my brother's allergic. But you know what? I'm gonna say that's why. Because if there's ever a bear, I don't gotta deal with them attacking the bear.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's out of our development now. It's out of our area, but still just like wandering around, as far as I've heard.
Yep. And nobody knows when it's gonna get caught, but there's still people hunting it.
Which is ridiculous because it's done absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah. Like one day when it was closer to us, my mom was like, "I don't want you to go outside today because people are going around with guns hunting a bear."
Hmm.
And like I know my mom got in touch with your mom and a couple others. Like, hey, maybe keep them inside today.
Isn't that the day we had the band practice, or like our first band practice, though?
Might have been. I forgot. I
Didn't
don't
even
really
listen
get.
to our own mothers.
It happens.
But yeah, that's just wild to think about. Like that just doesn't happen at all.
Now it's really out of the ordinary.
2020, man, I'm telling you.
January, we're like World War III. And then February. What was February?
I, I don't even know.
March was like the
Oh,
beginning of
wasn't
Corona.
it the Killer Hornets?
Nah, that was like after the virus started.
Okay.
I'd say it's like April or May. Something
Yeah.
happened in February. I don't really know. But then Corona started in March. And then, you know,
I mean,
here we are close to the end of June. And yeah,
nothing's gotten better.
we're all just, I
But I
mean,
mean,
the numbers have, stopped and they're going down now slowly.
but
But, it's
gonna come right back up.
that's also not the case for every state. Like Florida is still seeing a lot of increase in their cases.
Hmm.
But it's
Or
just
it's like,
because they're behind everybody else, though. Like they waited to shut down way too, like,
yeah.
waited too long. And I don't know. I have family down there, and like I was supposed to go there for a vacation this year in like pretty soon actually. It was going to be in like early July. And we did cancel the trip because of the virus and quarantine and everything.
Hmm.
And my family down there was just like, well, why'd you cancel it? Like, we're all fine down here. But now here we are at the end of late June, and they have like 65,000 cases. And we're like, oh,
And the reason why that is because so many people are like, wait, Florida's like good. So a bunch of people are going to Florida, which is spreading the virus down there, which
yeah,
is why it's getting so bad now.
yeah, it's
Whack.
people are dumb.
People in mega dumb. Just stay inside or don't. But do wash your
Wear a
hands.
mask. Wear a mask. Stay 6 feet apart.
Hand
Don't
sanitizer,
kiss anybody.
unless it's your mother.
Yeah, or your dad. I mean, I don't know.
Just don't go spreading germs anywhere. So last night on our Instagram, we asked you guys what you wanted us to talk about in this episode. So we're going to talk about some of the things before we have our special guest on, and then we're going to talk about some of this stuff after we have our guest on, just to kind of split it up. So one of the questions was, y'all should debate about what the best ice cream flavor is, which is a pretty fire question because who doesn't like ice cream?
The great ice cream debate.
People who are lactose intolerant. Oh my god, Jake, do you remember?
Sucks.
This is going like off topic, but do you remember when we went to what was it, Atlantic City? Like when we were in like third grade, like your family went on vacation there for like a weekend and took me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But do you
And
remember when we
Levi
were
got
at
yeah.
yeah?
Continue.
But we were at a restaurant and for some reason we brought Cheez-Its, and then your dad said, "Well, who doesn't like Cheez-Its?" And at the exact same time, we said, "People who don't like cheese."
Yeah,
Dude, that was a good vacation.
that was pretty funny. It got cut short though.
Because Jake's little brother got sick.
He threw up his eggs on the floor.
But only got shortened by like a day.
Yeah, that was a fun trip though.
It was. We should do that again, honestly.
Yeah, like I don't know where we'd go.
Um,
Like somewhere down
somewhere.
the shore. I
Okay.
feel like going down the shore is dangerous though. Which we're still not talking about ice cream, but like, is it? Do you think it's safe to go to the shore?
Not at all. There's so many people going down now.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. Uh, People have to go to the beach. It's apparently a thing.
It's apparently a necessity, necessary, something
Something
like
like
that.
that.
But
Yeah.
people need to go to the beach.
Need.
Not trying to throw any shade. Like, that's not what we want to do here. But is it worth risking your life just to go to the beach for a day?
Buy some sand.
Buy some sand, get a kiddie pool, go in your backyard. You can have your own beach day.
Boom beach.
Jake, can we please do that?
Just like buy some bags of sand and fill up an inflatable pool. Yeah. Get some beach chairs. Lie out.
Dude, I really want to do that now.
It'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
From a distance, though, 6 feet.
Yes. Yes. We'll be on opposite sides of the pool.
Okay,
Okay, we
ice
should probably talk
cream.
about ice cream. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Jake, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Dang. Okay, so it kind of depends because more than like flavors of ice cream, I like there's certain brands of ice cream that are just better.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to just plain vanilla ice cream, Breyers,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just so smooth.
It's perfect.
It's so good. But when I want more than just vanilla, like Ben and Jerry's American Dream Cone, freaking it's good.
I don't think I've ever had that.
I don't know if they call it American Dream. I don't know.
But
And
oh, dude,
yeah,
that
pretty good.
the Briars Mint, that's up
It's
there for
yeah,
me.
it's
That's
really
really
good.
good.
Hmm.
Mint chocolate chip be good too.
Yeah, that's my brother's favorite. Kind of depends on the mint chocolate chip though. Like personally, if your mint chocolate chip ice cream isn't green, I'm not gonna eat it.
Uh, is there some
Just
that's
because like
not green?
yeah, like sometimes the mint or ice cream is like white still, and I'm like, but that's not it.
No.
Like it tastes the same, but it's just like I want it to be green because it's mint, and I think of green because like mint leaf. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
It's just a weird thing.
Honestly, coming into this, I was saying where I wanted to say that mint chocolate chip was my favorite. But now that you brought up Breyer's vanilla ice cream, dude, I
Like
haven't thought about that.
yeah, dude, it you can't. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it
It's awesome.
it's just it when you first open it, it's so smooth
And it
and
stays smooth while you're eating it.
yeah. And like
I want.
after you open it and close it a few times, it doesn't retain that, but it's still good.
Mhm.
And then because it's just vanilla, you can add anything you want to that. And for that reason, that the vanilla is as plain as it is, vanilla is pretty good. But if you
It
do
is.
want ice cream with like stuff in it, like if you just want a pint of ice cream, like if we're talking about Ben and Jerry's, there's plenty of good Ben and Jerry's flavors. Like I think it's American Dream Cone or Americone. There's something about America and Dream and Cone. They're good. Um, yeah,
Yeah. So to answer your question to what the best ice cream flavors, Breyer's vanilla ice cream.
yeah. It has to be Breyers though. It can't be any other brand.
I really want ice cream now.
Yeah, dude. Next
Okay.
time we go to the store, we gotta get that.
Heck yeah. Okay, so we ready to bring on our special guest?
Yeah, we'll do that now.
I'll send him a text right now.
So we are inviting our good friend who plays tenor drums in Highland Indoor Percussion Ensemble.
I think it's gonna take him a little bit. Freeze frame.
Zoom in on my face to the editor later on.
Yeah, just zoom in on it. Awkwardly waiting. This part's just gonna be so weird. You're just gonna see your face. You're gonna hear me laughing because, like, I texted him, "We're good," and he said, "I'm good to go on," and I was like, "Yup," and I was like, "Please join. This is awkward right now." And Jake is still just there in silence.
You know what the thing about Google Meet is though?
Ooh, oh, ooh. We got
Joey
Joe.
DeBowman.
What's up, Joe?
Hello, everybody.
Oh
Hello.
hey, we can hear him now. Okay.
Uh,
Yep.
So, Joey, how does it feel to be the second guest on the Weekly Wob?
what would you say?
How does it feel to be the second guest on the Weekly Wob?
Honestly, it's pretty nice. I don't know. You guys seem to be going somewhere, so I'm just like kind of excited to see where. Kind of excited to be a part of this journey and to be the second featured person in this weekly podcast.
Ayo.
Yes.
Ayo.
Joey, do you see Jake's weird camera angle? Like it's like zoom. Like I see like the little like top part of his glasses. It's like a weird zoom in.
Yeah, I see that. That's kind of.
Is this better for you?
No,
I tried to straighten my computer out. I don't know.
I see
I
your
have it
forehead,
on.
Jake. I see your forehead, and that's it. Okay, so Joey,
Yes.
um, we are going to be talking to you about Drumline,
All right.
and not just like our Drumline in general, just like Drumline in general.
Like WGI and DCI, all that stuff.
Yep.
Yes, as a
All right.
whole.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess we'll start talking about us first, and then we'll work our way like up. So
Mhm.
how do you feel about our season getting canceled because of Corona?
I mean, it is unfortunate that our season unfortunately got canceled because of this whole thing, and I mean, I feel bad more for the seniors just because like they didn't really get that final performance for like the year, and like it just sucks, because like when you're a part of that program and you like do a finals run, you wanna finish like your career, I guess, doing your like a run in Wildwood, and they didn't get that chance. And at the same time, like we didn't also like get to perfect the show as much as we could have. So it's just unfortunate that you didn't really people who did drumline this year didn't get the true drumline experience. Like they got
Mm-hmm.
like the half season, and like the half season is cool and all, but like the end season is like where everyone wants to go back to. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you completely because at least for us, our last practice was the first time we put the whole show together, like
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
whole.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like we didn't get to perform our whole show in front of anyone. It's just there for us to watch.
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah,
all on YouTube if you want to watch
It is on YouTube.
yeah. Highland Regional High School, drum indoor percussion 2020. Search it up, you'll find it.
Link will be in
Indeed.
description again.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, it does suck. And I think what scares the most is like if this like if it's if it like if the coronavirus affects the season like the beginning of next year, then we're not going to have money to do fundraisers, which means we're not going to have or not money to have fundraisers. We're not going to be able to do fundraisers, which means we can't get money, which means it's going to be hard to get new uniforms, new props, and new all other stuff. So like
Yeah.
it's going to be very, very difficult.
Because
If we even have
Highland
a
doesn't
season.
fund
That's the
anything.
thing. If we even do have a season, there may be a chance that we won't. But I don't know. I'm just at the point where I'm just keeping my head high and just
Mhm.
just keeping all hope.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it'd be cool if the school funded music,
Yeah,
They
it would have
do.
been cool.
They do.
but
It's just
but
we kind of.
Are down there.
I mean, they fund us, but like at the same
how
time,
much? But how much do they actually fund us then? Like
A decent amount, actually.
yeah.
maybe a decent amount?
Hmm. But the thing is, like, they fund the music program. It doesn't just go to Drumline, so it's like a partial of like what they
Yeah.
fund. Like
It
they,
splits it splits between like vocal resolution, the choir, the concert band, jazz band, pep band, drumline. It gets distributed between
Yeah, you
all
see, like
those.
even if they're giving us this decent amount of money, there's so much stuff within the music program that it's not. It doesn't add up to a large amount for everybody.
Hmm.
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, like compared to sports, there is a lot of sports, probably more than there is music,
Hmm.
but they're all still getting more money.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like if you think about it, like I'm not trying to make this like a thing, but like how much the school funds the football team, like so much, and like I mean it
Yeah,
makes sense because they also make money off the football team, you
Yeah.
know.
true.
So like, oh, it like sucks because like Drumline
Uh-oh.
Really, people don't really know what it is. Like, no one who's not part of the music thing, they'll.
Oh, geez.
Joey, you're breaking up.
Jake, do you have it frozen on his face, too?
Yeah, yeah.
That's such... Yeah,
Great,
Joey,
it's a
we...
great face.
Technology issues. But hey, this is the first time we've ever had a technology issue.
Yeah, we didn't have one with Matt last week. Just surprising.
Okay, just give us a little bit while we try to figure this out. I guess our editor can just cut to when we figure this all out.
All right,
Okay.
I'm back. I'm
You're
back.
back?
Yeah, I'm
Is
back.
he though?
Your face is still frozen, though?
Let me leave and I'll come back.
Okay. Honestly, this is taking shorter than I think, so I don't think we're actually going to need to get it edited out. That's a weird word. Edited. Edited? That's weird.
Edit.
Hopefully this.
Edited.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Visible person again.
All right, I forget what I was saying.
Stuff about like the football team.
Oh yeah, like
Puns.
yeah, like the school makes money off the football team because you have to pay in order to watch the football games. But like when it comes to Drumline, like you can ask anyone in the school who doesn't know anything about either music or just Drumline in general, and they'll be like, "What's that?" So it's not like it's like a priority, which is like unfortunate.
Yeah, which is why like the fundraisers are so important to us, because that's like how they feed us. Like on competition days, that's how we get our uniforms.
Yeah, like and like even like the staff doesn't even get paid that much, but they do it because they just enjoy it that much.
They love us.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah. So now going broader to WGI, DCI, isn't it true that like because there is an age limit to those brackets, so isn't it true that like the people who reached the age limit this year will be able to come back again next year? Because I thought I read that somewhere. Is that true? Do either of you guys know that?
They haven't really. WGI hasn't. I haven't seen anything that WGI has like put anything out there that they're 100% doing that. Like, because in their COVID-19 like apology thing when they canceled like the finals and everything, they were more sincere for the age out performers. So like, and it's kind of hard because then like if you think about it, if an age out performer like gets another year, then everyone's going to want an extra year, and that's going to be way too many people to just count on to that.
Yeah.
Like it.
I feel like the age out people should get next year, because it's just like the seniors in high school. Like seniors in high school will not get another chance to play in a high school ensemble again.
But anymore.
But if you age out, like it can just be like a 1 year thing. Like the only reason why this is happening is because of the COVID outbreak. It's going to be this 1 year thing where the X amount of people get to do it again, and then they just won't be allowed to come back after that 1 year.
But at the same time, like these groups also go after the best performers, so they would have to make the people re-audition again. They can't just save them a spot. They have to re-audition again. Like if you have some people that miss it out in Pulse, but then better people, try out in the auditions and look better, then they're gonna pick them instead, because at the end of the day, they pick for who they think the best performers are that are going to perform their goals for that season.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true.
And like there is certain things that aren't age limits. Like Bush is not an age limit. You can go as how old as you want. But unfortunately, DCI and WGI, I'm pretty sure is 23 years old is your age limit.
That's
Yeah.
actually, I thought the age limit was like 25.
It's 23. It's like soon. Like you get only, but that's
Like,
why people who are like they really want to go part of it do it
Mhm.
while they're in high school.
Yeah, because one of our friends who graduated, like class of 2019, she did Imperial Dynasty while she was a senior.
Hmm.
So instead of like being an hour ensemble, she went to, is ID and WGI?
No, they are well they are, but they're not world class. They're open class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she like didn't compete for the high school. She went out for another group.
Hmm. Yeah, like I don't know, and that's unfortunate that that's the thing that sucks. Like you don't want to like me personally. I don't want to like I wanted to like these harder groups, but like I can't do them now because I don't want to miss my opportunity. But I have in high school,
Mm-hmm.
so you know.
Here's a good question for you, Joe.
Hmm.
Just say that our high school isn't going to have an indoor season,
Hmm.
but say WGI, DCI do. Would you go out and try out for one of the
Yeah.
ensembles?
Yes, I have a goal that like if this season like or I guess next season if next season like happens, my goal is that I'm gonna try out for ID in September, see like just to get the experience in, and then have our season, and then once I graduate, I'll try it out that year and hopefully get in. But if the season is canceled, then I will probably just go for it, because I want to do it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But what happens if our season goes on, you try out for ID and you
Hmm.
make it?
I would have to deny. I would have to say no. I love the offer, but I would have to decline them.
Oh,
Yes,
Dang.
that's commitment.
that is commitment.
Yeah, seriously. Speaking of next season, so hypothetically we do have a season. Um, well, what's in the famous words of everybody? What's the show theme?
Corona.
Corona. There will be a Corona theme
There's
next
gonna be
year.
so many Corona themes.
Yeah, that might
Honestly,
be.
what do you guys think the theme can be?
Joe, I know we always talk about this, but a pirate theme would be really cool.
That would be interesting. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I would be so down for a pirate theme.
Dressing up as a pirate would be fun.
That would be so sick.
Be all Sea of Thieves, like.
Think about it. We could be the directors. We're like, okay, guys, we know how this works. We will be the visual directors and everything.
We have played pirates for the past 2 years of our lives. We got this.
Everybody has to get a banjo. You have to do it now.
A hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
But are there any other like good show themes that we can think of?
Superheroes.
Oh, like a heroes versus villains kind of thing.
We could do that.
That
Or
would
we
be
could,
sick.
you know how heroes have tragic backstories sometimes?
Yeah.
We could explore that sort of like tragic backstory sort of thing.
Yeah, you can kind of like make up your own
Yeah.
superhero and then just make a tragic
Yeah.
backstory.
Or like,
Yeah.
what if they didn't persevere through the tragedy and
Like,
just
Oh yeah,
if Clark Kent
that would be
never
cool.
got shot off the pod, he'd be dead.
yeah. Or like,
Yeah, and
what if
then
Batman never recovered from his parents dying and he ended up
Mhm.
going into crime?
What if his parents never died?
Yeah, what if his parents never died?
Exactly.
What happened then?
That would be very interesting. Like that would be very interesting
Yeah,
if you can pull that
that'd be
off.
like manipulating time too. You definitely have
Yeah.
that in there somewhere.
Have like a clock noise in the background. Be like, oh snap!
Yeah.
Now Batman is not Batman. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Like I told Travis this, but I was like, if there's like a purge theme, I'd be so down for that. I'd be so down.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be all. Ooh. We'd
Yeah.
have to like make that like PG-13 though, because we can't be like
Yeah.
killing people.
Well, I mean, didn't we kill somebody freshman year in our show?
What it was never like said. It's implied that she was killed.
So
Implied.
then, very true. Like,
It's never directly stated that she's killed. You just hear the scream.
Let's
mhm.
also keep in mind that there was a judge this year that said our show was inappropriate. So,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
no, that's
that
just
was,
one judge, but
yeah.
still.
And she like lowered our score, I think, because of it. And all the other judges were like,
No.
you good?
We
They're like, nah, this is John.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But you're always gonna run into those judges because like the worst part about judging is everyone knows you're gonna put bias in like judging. Like
Yeah.
you can't help it because like if you're like a visual judge and you're not really going for like you know like if I was a visual judge and I saw like a zombie show and I'd be like, yo, that's so cool, and then a show about like blocks or something, I'd be like, what? Or something like that. I don't know.
Dude, this is Minecraft. What do you mean?
a show about magnets. Mm.
Opposites attract. Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Joe,
crazy.
your freshman year, my 8th grade year, wasn't
Mhm.
there like a judge that like scored us in the completely wrong category?
Yes,
Like,
I think so. I think our
like,
director talked to us about that.
like she was supposed to be judging like visual effects, but then she judged like music or music effects or something.
Yeah, I remember that our director didn't want to let us listen to the tapes because I think he said that they were too busy talking about something completely different for what they're judging, so their opinion literally had no. It was not even helping us.
Hmm.
So there was like no reason to, because like that's what our director does. Like if they record tapes as we do like a run and they tell us like how they scored us and what they thought about it, but then like if our director thinks that's not going to help us or it's just going to bring us down, then we're not even going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Which I
Like,
mean, yeah.
some of the tapes are negative, but he shows those tapes to us to like make us want to get better.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if it's just like, oh, the tenors, they really weren't good at this section, then Joey, obviously you'd work your butt off to get that
Hmm.
section even better.
Exactly. And like that's the whole point. Like you kind of like the way I work is like if a judge says, "Yo, this part is like not good," like because at the like you don't want things to get watered down. Like that's like the absolute worst thing
Hmm.
is
Yeah.
having the hose come out of nowhere and start getting your parts watered down to make them easier. So like when a judge says like, "Oh, this part wasn't that clean," I'm like, "Well, that's the only part I'm focusing on now." you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I mean, it's a struggle.
It is
How
a
do you feel
struggle.
that your section did this year?
My section.
Yeah.
Ooh, so I mean, this was my first year being like the first like tenor one, and then I had an eighth grader who completely like was just talented at what he did. So like I thought for what we were doing, we did really good, and I'm expecting that if our season isn't canceled next year, that it's gonna be our section's gonna be like is gonna be one of it's gonna our goal is to be the top tenors in our class. So we'll see how far we get.
Trav, how do you feel the rhythm section did?
Rhythm section was awesome. Like, off to a bumpy start. We all
Yeah.
know that. But I mean, all of us learned our music, so half the time we just didn't play because our director was working with like the mallet players. So we kind of just messed around all practice and then played our stuff when we needed to.
And then a lot of fragments happened.
Oh geez, we don't talk about those fragments. Oh
Yeah.
god. Fun times, fun times.
You can't forget those times though. Like you know, like
Mhm.
if we made it to Wildwood, you would think of those moments, be like, well, dang, look how far we've come.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah. Okay, boys, I got some news.
Oh yeah.
what's the news?
So,
All about it.
do you know how Drumline wasn't in the yearbook this year?
Yeah.
I was talking to Anthony, the director, and we want to get it in the yearbook for next year. So I emailed like the head of the yearbook club, and she said that we just need to give her like time for practice, and then they'll send a photographer out, and it will be in the yearbook.
Nice.
You know the funny thing is, I texted him about the same thing. I was like, "Yo, why are we not in the yearbook?"
But yeah,
This is the year we finally got noticed,
Yeah.
and there's
yeah, because like she said that like they go off of like the school calendar. So if your event's like not on the calendar, they're not gonna like send someone out. So the director has to like reach out and be like, okay, like this is a good time for you to come take pictures of us, and then that's when like they'll go out of their way to send out a photographer.
we can also send them pictures, right?
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
a picture of the ensemble.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, because I guess they would just have to be pictures from practice.
Yeah, because unless we had another home show, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Or
Because like
someone agrees to go to a show with us. And like,
well, they usually like for sports, like they'll usually go to like their closest, I think either their home or their closest like other school game, and they will like that's where they'll take pictures. But like to be fair,
we're
Like
supposed to have a show at Eastern, right?
yeah.
yes.
So that would be an ideal. Well, yeah.
Like I feel like for most sports they do it like at the school, because I remember for tennis last year, like we had a match, and before like the other school got there, all the guys were just hitting around. They had a photographer come out, and then they just like took pictures of us playing. So we never had like a photographer come to another school with us.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll be a first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we'll just have to see. Like, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Like maybe we could send them pictures. Like maybe the parents could like, I don't know. Like when they're at the shows, they'll send them pictures and everything. Like, like I know people who got cameras. Like we got like our friend Christian. If he goes, he could send them stuff in.
True.
Because like just taking pictures of practice doesn't give you the whole idea of what the program is.
Like we're not in uniform. You're not seeing the characters we're portraying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
Yeah.
I am so mad that the season got canceled. Like
I know, dude.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Joe. Joey.
Wait a minute.
Hold your roll.
This is a PG show. I learned that the hard way.
Joey. that was so. We're gonna have to bleep all of that out. The best part was you cursed. And then you cursed again because you
He
cursed.
just continued to go on and on. I'm like, man.
I wasn't even thinking. I was like, dang. And I was like, no, wait, no. And I was just freaking out.
Frustration moment.
Oh my God.
Well,
Use my hat.
Leap it out.
well, Joey, on that note, we're kicking you out.
Get out of here.
You know,
Get going.
it's been a good talk.
It was a really good talk. Thank you for coming out, and we'll definitely have you back again at some point.
Yes, I definitely enjoyed my time talking with you guys.
Awesome.
All right, well, I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm out.
See ya, boy.
See you guys.
Yeah.
He really dropped all those curse words.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Neither was I. It came out of nowhere. He was kind of just staring, and he just dropped it.
I guess it was understandable, but
I warned him multiple times not to curse. Oh, jeez.
Well, I guess we should finish up those questions now.
Yeah. So one of the topics that someone said was games, but then another thing that someone said was the revival of old games like Skate, Minecraft, and Tony Hawk. So we're gonna like mix those two into like one segment.
All right, I'll start out with this because you did most of talking to Joey. Okay, so what was first announced was that the very popular series Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was getting a remaster, and the first two games in how many Pro Skater? There's a lot of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games. I can't remember off the top of my head how many there are. There's more than 10, I think.
Oh, search it up.
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but there's a lot of them, and they're remastering the first and second ones, and they're gonna come out September 4th this year, pretty sure, for consoles, and PC, I think.
22.
And, okay, yeah. So there's 22 Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, and they've from what I understand, it's a remaster of the game, so all the people that were in the original are still there, and they've also added some new people, like more current skaters that are popular and rising, such as Nigel Houston, Shane O'Neill, etc. And people are super stoked on that coming out because it's a Tony Hawk game, and Tony Hawk games are just fun. And then that also leads me to Skate. EA had 10 years ago, came out with Skate 3, which was the third game in their Skate trilogy. And then, yeah, they did nothing for 10 years. And we waited, and we waited. And people spammed EA's Instagram posts with comments saying Skate 4 every single time they posted for years. And one day, EA was like, you guys should go to the Skate Instagram page. And they were like, we're back. I should probably look at the camera. They're like, we're back. And they are now in the process of making another Skate game. And people don't know what it's going to be because they didn't specify what it was going to be. Like, they didn't say specifically it's going to be Skate 4. People have thought that it might be a mobile game, which nobody wants that because, one, it's EA, so they're definitely going to make you buy the mobile game, which, no. And secondly, they want a console game, not a mobile game. We waited 10 years for a console game, not a game on your iPhone. But EA is not stupid. They want more money, so I think that they'll take the time to make a console game.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, and then the next thing is people don't know, like I said, is it going to be a continuation of the trilogy and have it be Skate 4? And some people think that because in the video that they released, they say you guys commented this into existence, referring to the years and years of Skate 4 comments on their Instagram page. And while other people think that it's just going to be something different, something new, something more realistic, which there's mixed viewpoints on, because some people want a more realistic game, but there's also new games coming out like now that are focused on like the realisticness, like the realistic factor of skateboarding, such as Session and Skater XL. They're just two games that are coming out, and they're more based on like actual physics, and like they sacrifice graphics for I don't know, realisticness.
Mhm.
Let's stick with that.
That makes
While
sense.
the skate games were always like that fine line between arcade and realisticness. Like, yes, you could skate realistically if you wanted to in those games, but you also could just do whatever you wanted to. And there was places that you could go where you just do whatever you wanted to. Like in Skate 3, there is, huge ramps that are like larger than a house, and you just do backflips on them. And just any realistic thing you want to, or unrealistic rather, just have fun. And people liked that. Like like Skate 3 really clicked with a lot of people because it was that fine line between just having fun playing a video game and also enjoying like the thrill that comes with skateboarding.
Yeah,
Because
and
like,
with all,
yeah, actually, go ahead. You go.
I was just gonna say, like with all like this skate news like coming out, that's like made us like get our skateboards back out and go outside and skateboard.
Oh yeah, like I like just the other day I went out and skated with Matt Baracco, who we had on last week.
Yeah, and I went out skating with him today for
Nice.
boarding.
You guys did go out? Nice.
Yeah.
I told him I wasn't gonna go because we were gonna record the podcast, which I wouldn't have been able to anyway because my mom wasn't home. But that was off topic. Uh, yeah. And also like it's after 10 years of a drought, we're finally getting skateboarding games again, and skateboarding community is just super stoked about it. They're ready for it, and also with the Olympics including skateboarding now, which obviously they've been postponed, which sucks, but they're gonna be in the Olympics eventually when the Olympics happen again. Um, in 2021 maybe, hopefully. Um, Tokyo. Yeah. Um, I don't know if I have much else to say, but they're bringing skateboarding back into gaming, and everyone's here for it.
Heck yeah. And then that comment also started talking about Minecraft coming back. And holy jeez, it has with the Nether update,
Oh yeah,
which came out yesterday or the day before.
the 23rd. So that was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
But
As of recording this, it was yesterday. But when you guys listen to it, it'll be Friday. So it'll be like a few days ago.
yeah. But Minecraft's like one of those games where like it'll have its high, but then it'll just drop back low again for a while until it has another high. Because like Minecraft is such a good game because there's an infinite amount of things to do in it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with this new update coming out, Minecraft is making a heck of a comeback.
Oh yeah, the Nether update has. Well, the Nether is now much more interesting. It's not just fire and lava and netherrack now. There is trees,
Mm-hmm.
and there's stuff that you can only get in the Nether now, which there was that before, but it was limited. Like, you could get netherrack, glowstone,
Quartz.
nether warts, soul sand, like bricks and stuff.
But now you can get gold from the nether. Well, gold nuggets from the nether now.
Yeah, and like, there's new structures and there's different biomes now. Like, like I mentioned, there's trees. There's
Mhm.
and it's there's there's new things that came along with the Nether update, like new enchants, first things, and
Wait, really?
actually might just be one new enchant with the soul speed. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that yet.
It lets you walk on soul sand faster.
Yo, that's pretty fire.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
But
Yeah,
Minecraft's making another comeback yet again.
indeed it is.
And now I guess it is story time to end off the podcast. Okay. Who's gonna go
Yes.
first?
I don't have a story yet.
Okay, so I guess that means I'm going first. Okay.
Yeah.
So my story is from a drumline competition last year. So me and my two friends, Sarah and Sydney, were sitting in a hallway, like at the school that we were at for the competition. We were just sitting there talking, and this group of kids walked by us, and just me, just like being an idiot. And I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And they were like, "Yo, what's up? Do you want a chocolate covered Oreo?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'll take one." So he has like this small bag of chocolate covered Oreos. I stick my hand out, and he pours one in my hand. So I'm like, "Yo, thank you." So I put the Oreo in my mouth. I start chewing. They get halfway down the hallway. One of the kids yells, "He spit in that bag." And, you know, I had the Oreo in my mouth. I ran over to the nearest water fountain and just spit it out in there. And while this was happening, Sarah and Sydney were dying laughing on the floor. It's like, I spent a solid 5 minutes at the water fountain just trying to cleanse my mouth.
See, if that happened in 2020, that would have been real bad.
Unacceptable. Corona.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah. So, don't take foods from strangers. Like, that's a lesson that you're taught growing up.
Travis did not abide by that rule.
I did not. And I definitely learned my lesson from that because that was disgusting.
Have you ever even heard of chocolate? Wait, was it actually a chocolate covered Oreo?
It was actually chocolate covered Oreo.
I've never seen that before. That's kind of cool.
It was like the Oreo filling with the Oreo crackers, just like surrounded by chocolate.
Hmm.
But like, and then after that, like, we were still at the school. We went to the wards, and then when we were leaving the school, we looked in the water fountain, and the Oreo was still there.
Hmm.
And I have not had an Oreo since. It ruined Oreos for me.
It's kind of sad, man.
It was mega sad.
Oreos are pretty good.
They were really good. I
They
love
were.
Oreos. But those kids just had to go and ruin them for me.
That sucks.
It does suck. Have you thought of a story yet?
Yeah. I've got a little skateboarding story for everybody here today. So, one time during the summer last year, I believe. Yeah, last year. My dad and I drove up to Philly and we went to this skate park called FDR Skate Park. And it's just under some bridge in Philadelphia. I said Philadelphia. I feel like I said that wrong the first time. And yeah, it's a cool park. Like it's from before 2000. And I, I don't know how to. Okay, it's old. That's what I'm looking for, and it's very like DIY. Like you can see that people have just built stuff over time, and you can just do what you want to do. And that's like the street section of it, and there's also the vert skating section of it. There's this big bowl. There's a half pipe somewhere, and so I went there with my dad. Keep in mind that I do not know how to do tricks on a skateboard. So going to a skate park was like, I don't really know why we did, but it's more for the experience. Um, we just kind of skated around there, just for fun, doing whatever we could do, which is not much. And then I decided that I wanted to go to the half pipe. That was like, 10. I don't know how tall it was, but I would say it's like maybe 10 feet high. And I was like, I'm gonna drop in on it.
Oh,
My dad's
geez.
like, do you know how to drop in on it? I'm like, no. He's like, are you sure about that? I'm like, yeah.
The
So I
subtle
tried.
conversation.
So I tried to drop. I just tried to drop in on it, and it didn't go well.
Mm.
I kind of slammed,
Ouch.
and it kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't have any pads on. You should wear pads if you're just learning how to skateboard. Um, I should have been wearing a helmet and pads because it was a half pipe. It's it's wood. It's not gonna be forgiving. But I was like, I'm gonna drop in on this, and it didn't go very well. And that was the end of the session, the skateboarding session. I was like, I actually went back up and just slid down on my butt. Just
If it works,
because,
it works.
yeah. And I learned that I should probably learn things before I just go and try to do it, or like work my way up to it instead of just deciding to drop in on a 10-foot half pipe when I never done anything of that sort before. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my story for you.
that's a good story.
Father's Day was Go Skateboarding Day, so I went skateboarding on that day. That was fun.
You...
I saw your parents, Travis.
Yeah, they told me that they saw you.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Um,
So, are we ready
sorry,
to
carry on.
end it off?
Yeah, how long was that one?
A little under an hour, 10 minutes.
Ah, I see.
If we want to draw it out for a minute, 30 seconds, we can get an hour, 10 minutes exactly.
All right, we'll do that then.
Okay. Yeah.
If you guys don't follow our band, the UV Sound, on Instagram, you should do that.
We posted a
Because,
video yesterday.
yes, we posted a cover. I'm not gonna say what the cover is. You should be surprised and go check it out for yourself. It was fun, and we're planning more covers in the future.
Yeah. The covers are pretty fire, in my opinion.
They are pretty fun.
It's probably a biased opinion, but it's still an opinion.
Like, there's always just random talking at the beginning of our videos.
And at the end.
And at the end. Because we're not a very proper band, and it's also just being recorded on my iPhone. So
But
yeah.
who cares? It's all about having fun, you know?
Yeah, music's about having fun.
It is. Okay. We got to the hour, 10-minute mark. So thank you guys for
Nice.
watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell to get notifications. Go follow our editor's Instagram, our Instagram, Joey's Instagram, Just go follow all the Instagrams in the description down below. And we hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week. Thank you for watching.